Language diversity. Earth is home to around 7,000 spoken languages, but 40% of them are endangered due to globalization and the loss of indigenous cultures. Papua New Guinea has the highest linguistic diversity, with over 800 languages spoken in a single country. Origin of human societies. The Great Rift Valley in East Africa is considered the cradle of humanity, where the earliest humans evolved approximately 2 million years ago. Ancient societies like Mesopotamia, around 35 degrees north latitude, developed near rivers, Tigris and Euphrates, marking the shift from nomadic to agricultural lifestyles. Cities and their origins. Jericho, located in the Jordan Valley, 32 degrees north, is considered one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities, dating back to 9000 BCE. Over 50% of the global population now lives in cities, a dramatic increase from just 10% in the early 20th century. Festivals across latitudes. The Holi Festival in India, around 20 degrees north latitude, celebrates spring and unity with vibrant colors, symbolizing renewal and joy. In contrast, the Mid-Autumn Festival in China, around 30 degrees north latitude, marks harvest season and family reunions, celebrated with mooncakes. Social divisions of Earth's climate cultures. In high latitudes, such as the Arctic Sami people, have built social systems around the reindeer, adapting to harsh climates. Tropical societies, like those in the Amazon basin, developed economies and traditions deeply tied to rainforests, rivers, and biodiversity. Earth's social boundaries. The Berlin Wall, dividing East and West Berlin, was a major symbol of political and social division until its fall in 1989. Today, the DMZ, Demilitarized Zone, at the 38th parallel separates North and South Korea, showing how geography still divides societies. Earth's social unification. The Silk Road, stretching from China to Europe, connected societies along a 7,000-mile route, spreading goods, religion, and culture. The modern internet connects 5.4 billion people worldwide, allowing for unprecedented cultural exchange and storytelling. Global traditions linked to nature. The Inca Empire, centered around 13 degrees south latitude, celebrated Inti Raymi, a sun festival tied to the winter solstice. Indigenous Australians have Dreamtime stories, oral traditions that connect their ancestors to the land and its features. Migration tales. Over 281 million people live outside their country of birth, making migration a key part of Earth's social history. The Atlantic slave trade forcibly moved over 12 million Africans to the Americas, profoundly shaping cultural identities and histories. Social structures and Earth's features. The Himalayas, around 30 degrees north, have shaped the spiritual practices of societies like Tibetan Buddhism, with mountains symbolizing a connection to the divine. Deserts, like the Sahara, 20 degrees north, have been home to nomadic cultures like the Tuareg, who adapted to harsh environments through trade and herding. Earth and religion. The Ganges River in India is considered sacred in Hinduism, symbolizing purification and life. Mount Olympus in Greece, 40 degrees north, was believed to be the home of the Greek gods, reflecting how geography influenced mythology. Earth and social change. The Industrial Revolution began in the mid-18th century in England, around 52 degrees north, reshaping societies and sparking urbanization. The 20th century Green Revolution improved food security in developing nations, transforming agriculture in regions like South Asia. Environmental justice movements. Indigenous groups worldwide, like the Standing Rock Sioux, have led movements to protect water and land rights against industrialization. The Paris Agreement, signed by 196 countries, reflects humanity's collective effort to combat climate change socially and politically. Social stratification and geography. Urbanization often creates stark inequalities. For instance, in megacities like São Paulo, favelas are juxtaposed with wealthier neighborhoods, showing spatial social divides. The caste system in India has roots in geographical divisions and has shaped social hierarchy for centuries. Earth's shared challenges. Climate refugees are a growing social phenomenon, with millions forced to migrate due to rising sea levels, droughts, and extreme weather. Over 785 million people lack access to clean water, an issue tied to Earth's natural resource distribution and social inequities. Social tales of conservation. The Amazon rainforest is often called the lungs of the Earth, but deforestation has destroyed 17% of its area in the last 50 years, threatening indigenous communities. National parks such as Yellowstone, USA, or Serengeti, Tanzania, were created to preserve Earth's natural beauty and ecosystems for social enjoyment and ecological health. Earth's social innovations. The invention of agriculture around 10,000 years ago, particularly in the Fertile Crescent, 33 degrees north, allowed humans to settle and build complex societies. The Green Belt movement in Kenya, led by Wangari Maathai, combined environmental restoration with women's empowerment, planting millions of trees. Social harmony through architecture. The city of Machu Picchu, built by the Incas around 1450 CE, was designed to harmonize with its mountainous surroundings, reflecting the Incan respect for nature and their social connection to the earth. In Venice, Italy, 45 degrees north, the city's canals and waterways reflect human ingenuity in adapting to a unique natural environment while creating a thriving social hub for trade and culture. Earth's role in human rituals. The aurora borealis, northern lights, has inspired myths and rituals among Arctic indigenous peoples, such as the Sami, who believed the lights were spirits of ancestors. Ancient Druids in Northern Europe used natural landmarks, such as stone circles, e.g., Stonehenge, for seasonal festivals that marked solstices and equinoxes. Shared resources and social cooperation. The Nile River, 30 degrees north, is shared by 11 countries today, making it a crucial resource for agriculture, drinking water, and transportation. Its management has fostered cooperation, but also conflict over water rights. The Three Gorges Dam in China, 30 degrees north latitude, is the largest hydroelectric project in the world and has displaced millions, highlighting the tension between social progress and environmental preservation. Cultural connections through the earth. The Trans-Siberian Railway, running across the vast steppes of Russia, connects people across 6,000 miles and multiple time zones, facilitating cultural exchange and trade. The Andes Mountains are home to diverse cultures like the Quechua and Aymara, who developed terrace farming to adapt to high altitudes and sustain their communities. Social ties to Earth's challenges. Rising temperatures in the Arctic are not only melting ice caps, but also threatening the livelihoods of the Inuit, whose culture relies on hunting and fishing in frozen landscapes. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a growing environmental crisis created by human activity, symbolizing how modern societies impact Earth's ecosystems and highlighting the urgent need for global cooperation. Social resilience in harsh environments. The Bedouins of the Arabian Desert have survived for centuries by developing deep knowledge of water sources and using camels for transport and trade. The Sherpas of the Himalayas have adapted to high altitudes with unique genetic traits that allow them to thrive in low-oxygen environments. Waterways shaping civilization. The Mississippi River, USA, has long been a major trade route, shaping economies and cultures along its banks, from Native American settlements to modern cities like New Orleans. The Bosporus Strait in Turkey, connecting Europe and Asia, has been a strategic waterway for centuries, influencing the rise of empires like the Byzantines and Ottomans. Sacred natural landmarks Mount Fuji in Japan, 35 degrees north, is not only a natural wonder, but also a sacred site in Shinto belief, symbolizing beauty, strength, and spirituality. Uluru, Ayers Rock, in Australia, is a sacred site for the Anangu people, representing ancestral spirits and deep cultural traditions, natural disasters, and social impact. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE buried the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum, preserving them as time capsules of ancient life. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami affected 14 countries, highlighting both the vulnerability of coastal societies and the importance of international disaster response efforts. Human adaptation to island life. The Polynesians navigated vast ocean distances using the stars, winds, and ocean currents, settling remote islands like Hawaii and Easter Island. The Maldives, one of the lowest-lying nations on Earth, faces the threat of rising sea levels, with communities adapting by building artificial islands and coastal defenses. Earth and agricultural revolutions. The Loess Plateau in China, with its nutrient-rich soil, played a key role in the early development of Chinese agriculture and civilization. The Irish potato famine, 1845 to 1852, reshaped global migration patterns, leading millions of Irish people to emigrate, particularly to the United States. Social ties to volcanic regions. Iceland generates nearly 90% of its energy from geothermal and hydroelectric sources, harnessing the power of the Earth's volcanic activity. The Ring of Fire, a tectonic zone encircling the Pacific Ocean, has shaped human settlements and cultures in Japan, the Philippines, and the Americas due to frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Borders shaped by geography. The Pyrenees Mountains naturally divide France and Spain, influencing cultural and linguistic differences between Basques, Catalans, and other groups. The Amazon River acts as both a lifeline and a natural barrier, shaping the cultural and social organization of indigenous tribes in South America, ice and human survival. Greenland's Inuit people have developed techniques like ice fishing and dog sledding to adapt to one of Earth's harshest climates. The ancient Lake Baikal in Siberia, world's deepest freshwater lake, has sustained local communities for thousands of years through fishing and trade. Earth's role in trade and commerce. The Strait of Malacca, one of the busiest maritime routes, connects the Indian and Pacific Oceans, making it vital for global trade for centuries. The salt trade across the Sahara linked West Africa to Mediterranean economies, with cities like Timbuktu thriving as trade hubs. Human connection to Earth's cycles. The cherry blossom, sakura season in Japan, marks the arrival of spring and renewal, deeply embedded in cultural traditions and festivals. The Maasai people of East Africa time their cattle migrations according to seasonal rains, demonstrating a deep knowledge of their environment. The moon's influence on society. Many ancient civilizations, including the Babylonians and Mayans, created lunar calendars to track time, influencing religious festivals and agricultural cycles. Ancient roads and human connection. The Inca road system, spanning over 24,000 miles across South America, connected remote communities